Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Radha Radha, Radhe Radhe, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Gaurachandra Nityananda Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Welcome everybody. Thanks for coming. Krishna, 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 Govinda, 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 Krishna, 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 Krishna. Radha, 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 Radha. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Gauranga. All right, let's chant some japa here. Okay.
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, 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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Shri Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Shri
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Shri Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Shri Krishna,
Hare Rama.
Shri Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Shri Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Shri Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri
Rama, Hare Rama.
Shri Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare
Chaitanya,
Hare.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama.
Chaitanya, Shri Shri
Hare
Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna, Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Chaitanya.
Nityananda, Nityananda,
Nityananda.
Nityananda,
Nityananda, Nityananda.
Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda,
Nityananda.
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Radhe Govinda.
Krishna, Krishna,
Radhe Radhe Govinda.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Radhe Radhe
Krishna, Krishna,
Radhe Radhe
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Radhe Radhe Govinda.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
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 Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, No TikTok today. Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Yeah, kind of a headache. It's hard to concentrate here, but do what I can do. Krishna. I don't like things getting in the way of devotional service. Okay, let's see here. This verse kept coming through my mind. Blessed are the Lord Chaitanya loved this verse. He quoted it a lot. Blessed are the foolish deer, because they have approached the son of Maharaj Nanda. That's pretty much all our cases here. You don't have to be very smart. You just have to approach where Krishna is. He's here, and his devotees are here. They're all here, and approaching here, and and that's why the foolish deer, they come usually before the ones who think they're not foolish. The smart ones. They don't. They think they're smart. That's the height of all foolishness, is to think you're intelligent. But that's the illusion. So blessed are the foolish deer. Like, we get people here. A lot of them are. You can tell they're definitely not very smart, and they're sometimes a little crazy. Hooked on drugs and all that. But you just know that you're blessed. Can't follow perfectly, or anything. But whoever comes is blessed here, and you'll feel it. You'll feel the blessing. Otherwise, what other hope do we have? Really? Krishna is the shelter of the helpless and the hopeless, because they're the only ones who usually come towards him, unless they're very intelligent. We get some of those too. Okay, so let's see here. I was listening to this on the audio. It was really, this is the reason why Lord Chaitanya came to this world. The confidential reasons for the appearance of Lord Chaitanya. It's amazing that this isn't known anymore. This is the big mystery. The confidential reasons are not known because people, there has to be two things. There has to be a person who actually is a real devotee and associate of Lord Chaitanya, and then there has to be recipients. There have people to receive that mercy. See, so there hasn't been really any real representatives that I've seen, around, or it just hasn't been time. And the recipients aren't available until it looks like now, more people are coming here because it's awesome. And this is so, and when you start to hear uh, the depth of this, you see how awesome it is. I mean, it's like unparalleled. This Lord Chaitanya coming here and distributing this. This is even, that's why you could just look at now and all the paths, spiritual or whatever, and there's none of this. Nobody understands these confidential things about Vrindavan. Yeah, it's like unbelievable. So let's see. I'm going to go way up here to the verses. Uh-huh. So, text number 55. The loving affairs of Sri Radha, text 55. This is in chapter 4 of Adi Lila, text 55. Starting with 54, actually. Having given the hints about the verse describing the principal reason why Lord appeared, now I shall manifest its full meaning. The loving affairs of Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. See, this is unparalleled understanding. See, nobody knows this. The transcendental manifestation of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potencies. The world doesn't know this. The world only knows what? Pleasures that you on the material senses. But the internal pleasure-giving senses now, and can you see, well, how are you going to get that? See, that's by, the only practical way is by association with devotees who are awakened. Their spiritual senses are awakened. See, these are confidential manifestations. Otherwise, how are you going to even know what they are? Yeah. 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 Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, they separated themselves eternally. Now, these two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. See, just like, it's so funny. If you look at the world, you can understand this in relationship to you can begin to understand this. It's like you see food, that's your object of enjoyment, right? From the, different types of foods. And you taste those foods on your tongue. See? And so in one level, it's all one. It's all one from one energy. It's all God. That's where, the one level people think, well, it's all God. It's all one. We are all one. Everything is one. See, but here in this material world, we got a material body and we got this material food and we great happiness going to dinner especially with friends, right? Isn't it nice to go and look? This is so enjoyable and so enlivening that people go to school for years to become chefs so that they can make all this beautiful, desirable food. See? And they build hotels, expensive hotels, so that people can come there and enjoy sleeping and eating. Oh, and drinking. See, another thing, another transformation of God in this world is alcohol or drugs, all of this. See, so this the world knows, right? And it's been inspiring people to build things, to engage in activities, to work all their lives for it, make money, all these things. See, so to pleasure the senses. See, so there's impetus, there's inclination, but that's all we know. See, and so Lord Chaitanya came to show there's something else. There's something else, and there's something better, actually more necessary, because all this does is get us attached to this world and to burn out our bodies, because we usually, when you're enjoying them, you get too attached. You just have it too much, and you start eating the wrong things and all kinds of stuff, and become degraded because you become corrupted by the opulences of the world. They're very corruptible because the senses, everything is corrupted and corruptible in this world because it's not pure. It's not perfect. It's not who we really are, actually. That's the big illusion. Yeah. See, so the Lord comes with, can you imagine we have verses? I was listening to this. I was so ecstatic listening to this. Well, these truths, this is Krishna's transcendental manifestation in the form of verse. You get ecstatic just listening to these things, man, describing them, and people begin to understand what the real path is. Oh, you want to read there, Lalita, with Sue's noodles?
Hare Krishna noodles. Guru Maharaj, have to tell you what happened yesterday, but this time I have not tuned into your lecture 3 days in a row. And yesterday I felt like crap whole day. I didn't know what was wrong. I kept telling Fanny, I feel weird, don't feel okay, don't know what's wrong. And you were live and Fanny tuned in. Trust me, 5 minutes hearing, I was all okay.
Yeah.
I'm so glad this has happened. Never used to happen earlier. It's happening now, which means I cannot tune in. I can't not tune in. I'm so happy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like you get a taste for what is truly auspicious. What the whole world is inauspicious. Everything you're looking at is inauspicious. Even when you really get a taste of the association of devotees and devotional what do you call sangha and discussions about the absolute truth. This is the only thing that's really purifying in this world, and the only thing that gives real happiness in this world. Everything else is just it's just consumed by the dead. The people that are not alive. Yeah, like you look at people in the world; they're not alive. The devotees are alive. This is the real life. This is why we need to cultivate this, and that's good that Krishna shows you that that this is life, and you don't want to not do it. Yeah, otherwise you're just not alive, man. That's great, awesome. Yeah. All right. So yeah. So they have separated themselves eternally. Now these two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. See, they separated eternally. Why? Because that's why, why would you want to be like one with everything? It's so much more happy to have friends, to go out to dinner, even in this world. People that are, I don't like to go out to dinner with mundane people, but if you're a mundaner, you like to go out, and picnic. The Mexicans, they're always out on the, having a nice picnic, man, with their friends and a family, barbecuing, and all that. Yeah, it's better than just being all one. See, so the Lord also, he likes to taste relationships. See, this is simultaneous oneness and difference in this transcendental potency. So if you see it, the reflection in the material potency, this is why, see, people are just confused. People are confused by it because they think, oh, this is what to do, right? It looks like your nature, right? People, you're born, you have friends, you have mother and father and all this stuff. You think, oh, okay, well, this is life. See? But after a few million lifetimes, again and again and again, if you're lucky, you start to question things. Who am I? What am I? You know, why am I here? You know, otherwise, you don't understand there's a spiritual counterpart to us, our nature, see. And so the Lord came here to teach us that, to awaken that. And it only really practically awakens in association with his real devotees who are teaching this. Where, otherwise, that's why you go to Prabhupada and Bhakti Siddhanta, you go to them, and what do they teach you? Did they teach you this? Did they teach you that about transcendental mellows? No, Prabhupada said that's postgraduate. He left it for us. Yeah. He said, oh, for the first wave, come and build the temples, do the work, do that work. And people in the first wave are not usually most of them are just on a hypocritical stage. They're just totally oblivious that they're bastards. We heard about a big monster yesterday, that beat the heck out of his wife, and he's going around, Ritvik guy, and he was a big monster, literally. And he passed away, so that it started to come out. The lady started to wake up. But that's what you got that's why you see all the pedophilia, all the weird shit going on in religion, because it's not pure. See, it's not pure, and the people there are such beginners. They're caught by these dangerous energies, and the Putana. See, they're protecting the. See, you notice we got the books about Vrindavan in the hands of these religionists, right? But they can't get rid of the obstacles. They got the Putana to deal with. They got the snake, the Kalya, and they're controlled by them. So they can't enter the real Vrindavan, and it shows in their deeds. They're not relishing transcendental mellows, and then when they see somebody relishing them, they complain. They criticize. Okay? So that's religion. So we reach out into that fall and say, hey, anybody ready to come out of religion? That's what Jesus did. Jesus spoke the word. Anybody who grabbed that rope of that word, you would find sanctuary. You come and you believe in the words. Isn't the word is your freedom? That's what I told Lalita. We're just here to collect those who are devotees. They're called. You could be a foolish deer. Foolish. You come here. You could be a crazy idiot. Transsexual. Homosexual, heterosexual. I don't care what kind of sexual. But if you take shelter here sincerely, Krishna will give you shelter. Lord Nityananda he liberated the imbeciles, the retards, the householders. They came, they just treated him, they became their family member. Invite him to the houses, and what do? That's when you have Nityananda's servant, you're accepted into the family of devotees. Like funny, he comes. I go over to and the Lalita, everybody, practically. I go over there to Europe, and they invite me to their houses. All that stuff, you see, it's like you become a family member that way, and that's how you enter. You don't have to be smart. Matter of fact, the dumber you are, the better. Usually, the people that think they're smart, they have the big problem. They can't see. They don't have the wisdom of the Lord, the wisdom of God. They don't have that. That's why you see in religion they teach. They teach you. God, look at everybody thinks that's so great. You go over there and you got everybody is making big pomp thing. Oh, this is what Krishna consciousness is all about. I watched the video yesterday. The sannyasis coming out of big limousines and that, wow, this is really pure devotion. This is really Vrindavan. It ain't Vrindavan. It ain't Krishna yet. No. No. That ain't it. That's all false ego, man. That's all pride. You know, that ain't going on in Vrindavan. The devotees are relishing ras. You know, the transcendental taste for Krishna. That's their opulence. That's why people don't understand the opulence of Vrindavan. They think the opulence of Vrindavan is more awe and reverent worship, which is you see like in the Vaishnava groups. They're going out in big pomp, you know, with the big deities, with big flowers and big gorgeous worships and all that stuff. They think that's the real Vrindavan. And no, that's not the real. No, Vrindavan is the opulences and the paraphernalia is the transcendental mellows of devotion given through the disciplic line. See, we have the real treasure here. You know, the ability to taste the transcendental object, Krishna, through these names and verses. Now that's the paraphernalia for the highest worship. The Lord looks at that other stuff with the flames and all that. It's external. That's not attractive. Yeah, that's what it says in these books. That is not very attractive. I'm going to come here. I'm going to show them something greater. Yeah. But not a lot. Most of the Vaishnavas are still not ready. They come and look at this intimate worship. They give me the big. I want to go worship these hypocritical gurus. Yeah, I want to go. Yeah, none of them are Vrindavan residents, but let's pretend, you know, we'll pretend our whole lives. Okay, you go pretend. No wonder your guru said, after many lifetimes, you'll get prema. You think it was supposed to be that way when Lord Chaitanya came? No, he came and whoever was attracted, they began to start to cry tears of ecstasy. You know, and that puts out the fire of material existence. Yeah. So I bow down to him who has manifested himself in the sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although he is Sri Krishna himself. So those who bow down to Nityananda, who was in the ecstasy of a friend of Krishna, those who bow down to Lord Chaitanya, who was in the ecstasy of a gopi, those who bow down to the devotees here, who are in the ecstasy of real devotees of Vrindavan, then you get it. But if you don't bow down from your heart, you don't get the real thing, or you get nothing. See? If you bow down, look, we got Johann bow down hypocritically. He didn't get really the real thing, but something will happen, you know, gradually. At least he got close, you know. That's why you see all the, you notice Putana in Vrindavan, she ended up getting changed into a real devotee, right? Also Ravana, he was killed with the arrow, even though he got the false Sita, which that Johann's got, you know, he got killed with the arrow of Ram and became a devotee and started these beautiful choice prayers came from his mouth. Yeah. So, yeah, he was elevated. See, Ravana was a Mayavadi. He was on he was a worshiper of Lord Shiva. See? That's actually Johann. He's not a real Vaishnava. He's a worshiper of Lord Shiva. Doesn't matter. That's all bullshit, man. He's a Mayavadi. He's a worshiper of Shiva. He wants to be one with God. He wants to be God. That's why he wants to be served. He doesn't want to serve. He wants to be served. He wants to be God, to go and give blessings to others. See a lot of that going on in gurus. I could mention one, but it'd blow everybody's mind. So I won't mention it. They reek of it. Is wanting to be the big boss, the big, the greatest devotee, and they're very important to be the greatest, to be God. See, it's all that. So that's a level people are caught in. So they come into Vaishnavism. But you can't get out of it. You gotta really find and serve and pay obeisances from your heart to a real empowered representative Lord Chaitanya, and they're very rare to get over that one. See, and a lot of them, these guys just die like that, wanting to be important persons and like this. No. See, I bow down to him with the sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself. Radha and Krishna are one and the same, but they have assumed two bodies. Thus, they enjoy each other, tasting the mellows of love. See, so they assumed in Vrindavan two bodies, enjoyed the mellows of love like that. But actually, what's going on? When Krishna disappeared, did those mellows of love disappear when he left for Mathura? No, because this is going on internally also. So the Lord, see, they still had those two bodies. And when you're self-realized here on this path, it's the same. You understand that. You understand that you are a devotee, and the Lord is situated in your heart. He is the object of your worship. See? And just by hearing, chanting, remembering the name, the fame, the pastimes, and about Krishna, or many other ways, that you can taste, and well, first you give happiness to that Lord, and that's how it works. Both the Lord is happy and the devotee is happy in this tasting process. See, the Lord is conscious and the devotees are conscious of their relationship. See, in ignorance, look what's going on in the world. When you eat food, is the food conscious? No, it's dull and inert. That's why you become dulled by it. You drink alcohol, you become dull and inert, dull because of it, because it's in the mode of ignorance. These things, various modes. There's more consciousness in the higher modes, but not really, not for a devotee. Devotee wants transcendental consciousness, transcendental Krishna. See, because that's where true consciousness is, both the Lord and the Lord's devotee. They relish by tasting, the devotee tasting that happiness of the Lord, which is actually giving the same time pleasure to that Lord. This is the great secret that nobody knows, practically. Maybe one out of a zillions, nowadays. That's why when you see it here, it's confused. People go, what are you doing? Well, if you're lucky, you're like Krishna, thinking, wow, look at the happiness of Lalita Ganga. When she tastes the verses and the names of Krishna, look at her happiness. Is anybody interested in that? Well, then you're not a Raganuga Bhakta, because Krishna was thinking that. He said, look at the happiness that his devotee, Radharani. You got a practical opportunity here, people. You got Lalita there, or Govinda, or Lalita there, and you right in front of your face, and you see her chanting and all that. You wonder, like, what kind of happiness is she experiencing? Do you want to experience that too? Otherwise, if you're not, then you're not really Raganuga material. Johann wasn't interested. He didn't think she was anything special. See, this is the thing. How are you when you see devotees like this? See, this is the education we need to understand the value of this bhakti that's brought here, the value what the devotees bring to this world. People don't know, the glory, to watch a class with Lalita and her relishing Krishna's name and pastimes and all of that stuff. So if you're attracted to that, you're very fortunate. Yeah. So Radha and Krishna are one and the same. They have assumed two bodies. Thus they enjoy each other, tasting the mellows of love. They enjoy each other, yeah. So the Lord wants to awaken that potency in us. It's deep, it's latent in there. See, awaken that. See, and he does it a specific way. He does it through his devotees. It's the only practical way. Look at all these Vaishnavas. They go their whole lives. Look at Shamarani. Thank you for your service, Shamarani. You're a good example. Look at this. 20 years with the Vaishnavas. Don't you, you still haven't got this enjoying the mellows of devotion. If you did, it would show all over your face, right? Face is the index of the mind. You can cheat yourself. You people out there, you're cheating yourselves and you cheat the beginners. But Prabhupada taught the face is the index of the mind. If you're really tasting wonderful transcendental mellows, it's going to show like a person eating a good meal. It shows, right? Otherwise, what kind of guru are you? Well, I got a knowledge, speculations, all of this stuff. No. Enjoy each other. Enjoy God. This is a communion thing, not a wafer on the tongue and some grape juice. How dull is that? People love rituals. It's still, amazing. I see these people doing these rituals. They think, oh, wow, the rituals are so. Yeah. Krishna says, I am the ritual. See? I am the ritual. What is the deep meaning that nobody knows? Yeah. Krishna is the ritual, right? His name is the ritual. Tasting that name is the completing the sacrifice. There ain't any other better perfection. That's why Lord Chaitanya come here. Just chant this name and taste the nectar in this ritual chanting of the name in ecstasy, communion. You find the full satisfaction of the Lord and the devotee is in that. That's it, man. Now, to enjoy Ras, they have appeared in one body as Lord Chaitanya. See, in one body to enjoy Ras. Isn't that amazing? They did it before like that. But actually, to enjoy the Ras of real communion, just put it all in one body, man. Yeah, the Lord is the Lord and devotee is the devotee in one body. Yeah, this is what you learn from chanting in this association more and more. It becomes more and more clear and apparent what you're doing. You're giving happiness to the Lord, and that's your happiness. I keep thinking about how wonderful that is. It's amazing. I would never believe that a guy like me could attain such an understanding of Vrindavan. This was like, what is this? What? I actually understand the resident of Vrindavan, that their Krishna's happiness is their happiness. Unbelievable. I mean, what a gift. Thank you, Lord Chaitanya. I don't know where the heck I got this. I must have had what you had in another life or something. I couldn't find any living devotee. I didn't get this from Narayan Raj. Definitely didn't get it from Tamal Krishna. Didn't get it from any of the gurus. Didn't get it from the Radhakund Babajis. But it just kind of awakened, started with Jesus's book and then Prabhupada's books. And that was enough just to kind of just stay around those books, man, and keep cultivating. Keep chanting, and the ecstatic, the more tears, more this, gradually more deeper, and all of a sudden there you are, you pop in Vrindavan. I remember I used to, when the thing was, I was really into Chaitanya Leela, and I would that was my everything. I would drive and read Chaitanya Leela. I'd walk down the street, read, meditate on the verses. I'd go to Vrindavan, carry just the Chaitanya Leela with me. That's all I did, And Prabodhana said, those who enter in through Lord Chaitanya, they dive into Lord Chaitanya Leela and they surface in Vrindavan. And I was, oh man, yeah, that works. It really works. You surface in Vrindavan when you understand that that's the great gift of Lord Chaitanya. See, that's why I preach, this is associate of Lord Chaitanya. I don't say associate of Radha and Krishna right off. No, associate of Lord Chaitanya, man, because you need to have these teachings. Can you imagine not understanding Vrindavan without these teachings? That's why this book was written. And the non-devotees can't appreciate it. They have no devotion. You can't appreciate this. You have to be called. So whoever watches this video out there, they know if they're called or not. And then you come and you associate with some of the devotees here. That is the beginning of your really good fortune. I mean, really good fortune is associating with transcendentally empowered devotees. Otherwise, there's no real good fortune. Even in religion, you can think that's something, but still, what do you got? A bunch of putanas there? Bunch of kalyas there speaking, unrealized speculations? No, coming to the real devotees who have the gift of real bhakti is the beginning of your real good fortune. And that's why I was trying to tell these newcomers yesterday, come back, and you'll start to see whether they do or not. Let's see. There's a verse, one whose austerity, Lord Chaitanya quoted it, one whose austerity is meager can hardly get the association of the devotees advancing back to Vaikuntha or the spiritual world. Can hardly get. Some people, they just come and they just don't have enough. Austerity is to come and turn the friggin' camera on, but they don't even have that. Yeah. That's how weak people are. Therefore, I shall first delineate the position of Radha and Krishna. From that description, the glory of Lord Chaitanya will be known. Okay, Lalita, you read some of this now. You can read that verse again, 58.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Oh, glories to you. Oh, glories to Sri Krishna Chaitanya. And oh, glories to Krishna Das Kaviraj, who is giving us this beauty here. Therefore, I shall first delineate the position of Radha and Krishna. From that description, the glory of Lord Chaitanya will be known.
When I went to, I found when I would I go to Vrindavan, and I'd be thinking about Mayapur, and I was really interested in Lord Chaitanya's pastimes, and everything. And then when I go to Mayapur, I'd really be into the Radha and Krishna's pastimes. Everything was switched around. It's something to do. I was learning about both dhams and both things through being in both places, and the opposite. It was delineating. When I was in there learning about Radha and Krishna, about the glories of Lord Chaitanya, and then it was very interesting like that. I thought, but then when I read this verse, I see, yeah, that's right. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Srimati Radhika is the transformation of Krishna's love. She is his internal energy called Ladini. That Ladini energy gives Krishna pleasure and nourishes his devotees.
Can you imagine if you didn't have any bhakti? Neither God gets nourished nor the devotee. So therefore, there's no real life in this world. This is the problem. People are dead without this bhakti. This bhakti is the real life. This gift is only given by Lord Chaitanya through the association of his very intimate devotees. Otherwise, there's no life. Everything's in the modes. Religion is in the modes. The leaders are in the modes. They're caught up in the principalities, controlling them in the material universe. You know, it's just this bhakti. It gives pleasure to Krishna. It gives pleasure to the devotees. There we go. Now we got a big picnic going here. You know, it's just yeah. That's why see, like Noodles is saying that because you're beginning to pick it up. That's why you gotta. This takes a long time. You need to keep coming and keep hearing and keep cultivating this. This is the work to be done in this world. This is why we're here, to cultivate this. And the more we bind this in this world, the more we bind it in spirit. Many are already qualified for Krishna's pastimes here. And you'll just go right there. And if there's any propensities either in pious or impious, they'll be burned off in that service, because it's more and more attractive. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Srimati Radharani, Srimati Radhika is a transformation of Krishna's love. She is his internal energy called Ladini. And that Ladini energy gives Krishna pleasure and nourishes his devotees. Lord Krishna's body is eternal, sat, full of knowledge, chit, and full of ananda bliss. His own spiritual energy manifests three forms. Ladini is his aspect of bliss. Sadhini of eternal existence. And Samvit of cognizance, which is also accepted as knowledge. Oh Lord.
Read that again.
Ladini is his aspect of bliss.
No, the whole verse.
Well, that's that verse, but maybe you want me to read it.
Yeah, back.
Okay. Lord Krishna's body is eternal. Sat.
Yeah, Lord Krishna's body is eternal. His name, that's his body. His pastimes, that's his body. See, that's eternal. But people can't take advantage of that unless you have that bhakti devote. That's why Lord Chaitanya came here. It is to give that potency, that ananda, the bliss of the devotees, the ecstasy of the devotee, so that you can relish being in touch with the transcendental body of the Lord simply by chanting his name. And get the happiness of that, get the life of that, get infused by that with real life. So you get inspired by that, get empowered by that. Now you're living as a devotee in this world. Now you can do something. You can be used to do something really important. Otherwise, what are people doing? We're seeing people here, like one lady came yesterday and said, well, what about the world? Well, look at the world is going to pot and, these people are becoming tyrannical and all of this. What about that? Well, that's always going to go. That's been, the Romans were doing that, stuff back then. It's always there's always tyrannic. There's people they're caught up in the modes of nature. Some are passionate and ignorant, and they want power. They're that's their Ross. To them, their God is power, domination. And you're living in the world like that. So what do you want to do? Well, I want to fight it. See, remember that lady I showed you yesterday? She's a great martyr, she want to fight it, man. She's almost got killed so many times, was gang raped and everything for her doing all these things, but she's still a trooper, man. She's going to fight at the end. Yeah, okay. Well, you're going to spend all your time, and people will do it. The people will spend all their days trying to dominate the world and dominate people, and become big kings. Or they're trying to fight the oppressors, and they spend their whole lives doing it. And what do? They die and they come back again. Sometimes they'll switch positions, maybe. Who knows? This is the world. See, so the whole thing is the Lord has came and give us a chance. We're here giving people a chance. Come get this potency, get purified and get this potency and use it. See, use it to relish Krishna's name and to the point where you see, wow, this is God, this is your happiness, Lord. Wow, what a privilege it is to make you happy and me to find happiness in that. Now I know what true reality is. Now I know what true happiness is. Nobody else knows. Wow. What do? Well, this. We teach others, and share, share this truth with people. This is our welfare work. This will benefit the ones who they're spending their whole lives dominating people, or the ones fighting them. If they'll listen, maybe there's somebody in there in that battle who will listen. Don't you, a lot of them claim to be, the right fighters, especially, we're devotees of Jesus. Well, Jesus said his kingdom is not of this world. He didn't follow the path of Barabbas. Barabbas wanted to fight the Romans and resist the evil, right? He wanted to fight that. And what did Jesus teach? No, resist not evil. My kingdom is not of this world. What do we preach? The same thing. What did Prahlad do? Did he fight his father? Did he say, let's get a resistance here and fight this evil Hiranyakashipu? No, he preached devotional service. He gave people the real alternative. The real alternative is pure devotional service. The real alternative is disassociation here. And for what I see, this is it. For if you want the highest quality, the connoisseur experience, not just the Jesus, experience with people, getting somewhat salvation and then they're mixed in with all kinds of stuff. No, if you want pure devotional service, what Lord Chaitanya brought here and worshiping the Lord with intimacy and ecstasy, more and more and more, this is the place. I think I can venture out a good surmise and say this is the only place in this world for this. I mean, as I said, I'm open to proving it wrong, but I really don't think so. Look at our discussions. You see, they're realized discussions. All I got in these other groups of so-called Raganuga Bhaktas were things about people what they didn't know, that they didn't personally understand. I see it all the time. I pointed out to that guy, he was going to give us a discourse on Shuddha Bhakti, the difference between goodness and pure goodness, as if he actually knew. How can you do that without actually experiencing pure goodness? All you can do is speculate. Yeah. It's like a person going out, I'm a professor about tasting ice cream. I've never tasted ice cream, and I'm going to go out and promote the tasting of vanilla ice cream, what it tastes like and all of that stuff. I've never tasted vanilla ice cream. See? If you've never tasted Krishna's transcendental potency, how can you describe it? How can you describe its attributes? How can you glorify it properly? You can't. You don't know what it, you never tasted it. That's the whole problem in Vaishnavism. Lack of the real thing. So what is this? I just called to say I love you. Who's saying that?
That's Janardana.
Oh, Janarna.
YouTube.
Song, I think. Yeah, yeah. Oh, he's got different pictures there. Okay, go ahead, read on.
So Lord Krishna's body is eternal, Sat, full of knowledge, Chait. Oh, I love it, Guru Maharaj. And full of bliss, Ananda.
It's got everything, man, all in one solution. See, the Lord's body, and that's why you see that even the knowledge is his body. See, it's eternal, and that's why it produces ananda. It produces a transformation. See, but you need the object and the taster of that object. See, that's the beloved and the beloved, and they both have to be there to get that transformation of that love. See, it's not about, it's all love, 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 love alone. You see, that's real Mayavadi type stuff. See? No, it's about communion with the transcendental object. That's the meaning of getting the wafer and the thing. They don't know what that meaning is. See, that wafer should be the transcendental name of Krishna. See, and the grape juice is the ananda of tasting the ecstasy in that name. See, and that causes the transformation, see, or the pastimes. Okay? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. His one spiritual energy manifests three forms. You've got to experience it.
Yeah, this is the thing. If you're caught in the Mayavadi, all you get is this one spiritual energy of Brahman. See, and then you misunderstand it. You think, oh, it's all one.
Yeah.
See? But in the deeper realization that Lord Chaitanya brought, that one energy manifests as three.
Yeah.
See? You could say like the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Absolutely.
See?
Yeah.
The Son is the eternal. See? Is the eternal aspect. And the Ananda is that bhakti, bhakti devi. Yeah, the devotion. And then the other is the Lord, the conclusive understanding of the Lord, Krishna. And so that's why Lord Chaitanya came, hey, all the world, this is conclusive. Everybody just chant the holy name of the Lord. Okay? And if you do it in the right environment, like with my associates, then you get the result very quickly. See, and that's it. And then you get all three things going there. Then you become a true son of God in this world. See, sun, real light, conclusive light. You lead people properly. Otherwise, everybody's being misled. They don't know. You go to a person to be led properly, and what do they got? A sannyas staff and a danda and the clothes, and they say, you see, I can lead you properly. And then what comes out of their mouth is poison usually, because they're inexperienced devotees. They can't, they speculate.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah. You need to go to those who manifest the symptoms of the three aspects. That's self-realization. Sat Chit Ananda. They're the sat potency, they're eternal. They're living in their eternal body here, proving it, showing it, demonstrating it. See, and the Ananda, see, is there. You could see, oh wow, are they ecstatically blissful? And the knowledge aspect, the chit potency is there too. Yeah. See, that's the understanding. That's the truths. These truths. These are the highest truths. You don't hear these. These are not talked about directly, even in Bhagavatam in the 10th canto. These are deeper than that. These are more explained, more clear about what's going on in Vrindavan. We need these explanations. Otherwise, how are we going to try for that? How are we going to, consider that of value? People, look at the wives of the Brahmin, or the wives of the Brahmin saw the moods. Oh, mute your mic there. Yeah, just yeah. The wives of the Brahmins saw it was valuable to go to meet the devotees, the ecstatic devotees of Vrindavan. They were just in forest attire, but they had the moods. They intimately worshiped Krishna. See, they saw value in that, but the Brahmins didn't. They didn't know. They had to be taught. Eventually, the wives went back to them with love of Krishna, and they began to understand. Look, they attained what we couldn't attain through our rituals. So what's that saying, people? You Vaishnavas out there, has anybody got some intelligence? You can't attain this by your rituals, by your Brahmin teachers, your Brahmin gurus, teaching you Brahmitical principles and Varnashram Dharma. You can't attain that. Go to those with a forest attire who are like the cowherd boys. They didn't, they were just cowherders. But they had the greatest treasure, love of Krishna. See, so that's the path. It's always been the path. You got to find the real deal. Those who are the real friends of Vrindavan. When you find one of those in this world, people are looking to be important. They're looking for wow, look at these leaders of the world. They're so great. Look at Trump, look at all his friends, look at they're living in Hawaii or Florida in the huge mansions. They're so lucky, and they're popular social media guys, and they're so important, and look at me, I'm nothing. Hey, you little nothings out there, if you came here, you'd be in the eyes of the absolute truth, in the eyes of God, if you want to put it that way, in the eyes of real devotees, you are 1,000,000 times more important than them, because they haven't found the real path and you have. Now you can get purified, but they don't. They stay in the cycle of birth and death until they get this opportunity. But usually they're so blinded by their so-called good fortune, which is just Maya. Maya's like the devil. She says, oh, you see how fortunate you are. You're an influencer. You're an important person. Wow, you're so lucky. You ain't not really lucky. As a matter of fact, look at Maharaj Prataparudra. That was an intelligent, lucky person. Maharaj Prataparudra says, oh, to get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya when I was here, I'm going to give up my kingdom. He's not going to see me because I'm a king and all that stuff. And okay, I'm going to renounce it, take on an earring, and become a beggar, and I'm going to get that mercy. Now, that is a great glory. That person has the mercy of God. That person is intelligent. You could think any of these guys would have it? You think any of these gurus? They're like, no, I'm a great king. I got a lot of followers. I got all this. See, they don't know what the mercy of Lord Chaitanya is, so let me explain it to you guys. Well, I don't want to hear it. Too friggin' bad. Somebody's going to hear. Maybe your disciples will hear. You're not important until you act like a king. Hey, Radhanaths, you Narayan Raj group leaders out there, you gurus out there, all of you. How about Prem Parojana, that guy too? All of you guys. You want to be important? Well, you just got to do the deed. You got to be like Mars Prataparudra. And because the mercy of Lord Chaitanya is here again in our Sangha, we prove it all the time. Therefore, if you get off your high seats, man, throw your scepters in the mud, because they're already full of mud, and get purified by being around these amazing devotees like Lita, and beg for the mercy. Otherwise, you're just you're just servants of Maya. Just like Jesus told the Pharisees, oh, your father is the devil. Your father is the principalities in this world. Maya, the modes of nature, Putana, the Kaya, they're all kings. In 10th canto, said these demons were kings. You know why they're kings? They have subjects. And that's all these religious leaders out there that are not self-realized. They're not overcome and those obstacles of Vrindavan. They're their kings. See, they're their subjects, and they act like it. See, they act hypocritical. They act like that. See? So you want to overcome all that? Well, it's always through the devotee who shows you they attain Vrindavan. Not by austerities and not by your renunciations and your big austerities and your big renunciations and your big chantings and your big temples and your big deities. No, it's from the big bhakti of big devotees who have big bhakti, man. And that bhakti will wash away all those obstacles like a flood, just take it away. Otherwise, they stay, and you stay under those principalities and take more births. There's so many like that right now. Anybody out there want to switch sides? Anybody convinced that your guru can't deliver you yet? Because you can switch sides. We'll give you the opportunity. We're here to collect. Anybody here? You want to get free of that? There's no. I teach you the real Bhagavatam. The Bhagavatam says, look at Bali Maharaj. He left his guru because Shuddha Bhakti was available. Well, Shuddha Bhakti is available too. Are you ready to leave these false gurus? You're a false guru until you've attained Vrindavan. And if you've attained to Vrindavan, you'll have the ecstasy that you see devotees here. Otherwise, you're worthy to be left. That's intelligence. The gopis left everything and the scolding of their superiors to attain Krishna. Well, this is the door to attain Krishna very easily. Anybody out there? You ready to leave these worthless gurus? They're worthless. Yeah. Everything is worthless in this world until you meet the devotees. What is the difference between a jewel and a piece of glass? Piece of glass. What good is a piece of glass? Why not get the valuable jewel? Isn't that what we have? Valuable jewel is this bhakti, man. It makes the name, chanting the name, very attractive, very ecstatic. There you go. You're self-realized. You're free forever. You don't get that there, so what good is that? You die. Look at these poor fools, man. They die, and a lot of the leaders are tyrants because they're corrupted by the opulence of being a leader. Oh, he's a Prabhupada. Look at that guy. He beat his wife and horrible things. And he was a Prabhupada disciple, so people respected him. See? And Gohari says, well, no, it's not that you're a Prabhupada disciple. Okay, were you a real disciple? Did he tell you the inner mysteries of bhakti like we tell our real disciples here? Well, obviously not, and you weren't ready because you're like that, a monster. That's what we got. That's why you see religion is not very clean. Never was, never will be. It's full of hypocrisies and lies and cheating and corruption. People, you shouldn't be surprised. The whole world is full of corruption because everything corrupts us. We're not qualified to handle the opulences of Maya. until you become a real devotee. That's why you see Bill Gates, he's billions of dollars, not happy, still not happy, wants more and more power. And he'll never be like Hiranyakashipu. Shows you, he took over the whole friggin' universe. Still not happy. Because deep in the heart, we know what happiness is. That's why devotees are happy. You want true happiness? Come here, man. True satisfaction here. We'll show you. We'll demonstrate. We'll teach you all about true happiness. We'll show you. True happiness, well, is this communion, your soul awakened in its relationship with the eternal Lord, and you're communing with that Lord regularly. See? That's purification. Then you can handle things in this world without like being like totally enamored by it. See, people are weak. They're weakened by the opulences in the world. Devotees become strengthened by the opulences of Krishna. See, this is the secret. See, communing with God in Krishna's transcendental form empowers us, purifies us, strengthens us, inspires us in the way that is perfect and wonderful. See, and enables us to live in this world, in a way not getting corrupted by it.
You're not visible on Facebook anymore. Lalita Madhava
Oh, yeah?
wrote me, and I checked Andromeda, confirmed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's why Pani and Janardana are here maybe on YouTube.
Oh, I see. Yeah. They're on the YouTube. Okay. Well, that's right. There. Does everybody else have YouTube? Why don't you get on YouTube?
Of course, everybody can go on YouTube, but I'm just telling
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I know. I know. Is everybody here? Let's see. How come it says I'm live here?
I check it here, and in my side it's dead. I see you talking and everything, but I don't see the sign of life anymore. That red sign.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway, I am talking, there is a live on there, but maybe they block it in other countries for certain reasons. Like maybe when I earlier in the music type thing, they might have blocked it in certain places. Um, See, deep inside, we know what is true happiness. That right there is such a powerful secret no one knows. But they feel it day in and day. Yeah, that's why they feel like they're looking for happiness, and they try it in this object, in that object, in the world. But it never satisfies, so they go on to something else, and they go on to something else, and they think it's like goal setting. It's like I get this goal, and then it's, oh yeah, then I got to go for another goal, and then go for another goal. See, but they're not awakened. This is an illusion. They don't. You need knowledge, proper understanding. They put YouTube link. Yeah, good. Yeah, you guys should come to YouTube. What is this? I mean, come on, people. If you don't know how to get on friggin' YouTubes, learn.
Well, Andromeda sends the links now in the group, so they just have to click on it. It's that
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. You know what? I wonder. Yeah, I don't know what. It's probably something to do with that, like I said. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Read on there, Lalita.
Yes. Oh Lord, you are the support of everything. The three attributes, Ladini, Sandini, and Samvit, exist in you as one spiritual energy. But the material modes which cause happiness, misery, and mixtures of the two do not exist in you, for you have no material qualities.
Yeah, it's no material qualities. So the devotees, they see, they take shelter of this transcendental potency of the Lord. See, and that you get protection there. That's why I was telling the lady, you want to get rid of fear. That's how you do it. You got to take shelter of the transcendental potency, because the modes, the transformations don't exist in that, because they don't exist in the Lord. So you should go to the shelter of the Lord. Well, that's what we're here to help people learn how to do that, so you can be truly happy. Read that verse again. It's really good. I like it.
O Lord, you are the support of everything. The three attributes, Ladini, Sandini, and Samvit, exist in you as one spiritual energy.
Yeah, you see, the Lord is the support of everything. That one spiritual energy branches off into three. So you need that potency. And so the Lord is the support of everything. The Lord's name, his pastimes, his qualities, is like the support. It's something you grab hold onto, but you have to have devotion to do that. So you have to be awakened. Otherwise, you're not supported. See, so you're not supported, and actually the Lord is not supported. We're like, we got to get our support from the Lord, but then the Lord is in us is not supported. That's why people are just like they're flailing with their hands and everything, because they got no support in this world. The material modes of nature, that they're looking for support in that, and all that is illusion, and miseries and sufferings. Again, more births, more deaths, more scenarios like this. Can you imagine? This is where are you going to go if you fight what's going on? Where are you going to go where you're trying to dominate people? Just into more scenarios like this: the good against evil, the evil against good. Even the Garden of Eden, what did God? We just teach you what God taught. Why? Because that's what we learn here. God said, don't eat the fruit from the tree of knowledge. See, knowledge of good and evil. What is that fruit? Oh, this person's a bad person. I'm going to get on the side of the good people against the bad. Oh, these persons, they're bad people, right? But they don't think they're bad. Nobody does. Well, no, we're here to dominate people. That's the might is right. Look at these fools down here. See, so they try to do that, and it causes a fight. The other people, so they fight each other. One side wins for a time. Then they both die, both parties die, and they do it again. Because they got propensities to fight evil against good and the good against evil. And what did God say is what we say. Stop eating from the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. Stop fighting the evil people, and stop you good people. I mean, you bad people, try to dominate everything. No, we don't want to do that. Okay, is there anybody that doesn't want to do that pastime anymore? Are you want to live a futile life? You want to stay in the cycle of birth and death? This is your only real option, is to transcend it. Get your support from the transcendental object of the holy name of Krishna and his pastimes and qualities. Get your happiness in that, because that's the secret of eternal life is giving God happiness. The Lord will show you that. That's all in all of us. I couldn't believe, the Lord gave me that understanding. Wow. That's amazing, Lord. That shows you inside all of us. Be you're a saint or a sinner, a fool, is that understanding. We're here to make you happy, Lord. boy, this is so great. I never experienced a happiness like this. Happiness in God's happiness? And to know God like that and to know what makes him happy? I thought it was all about my happiness in the world. What makes me happy? That's the whole problem. Imitating God, make you happy. See? It's all imitation and it's like a smoke and mirrors everywhere. Unclear everything. Here is clear, perfect clarity, man. You come here, you're going to get a boon. You're going to be self-realized. You're going to become a resident of Vrindavan. You give God happiness, Krishna happiness, and your happiness will be in giving Krishna happiness. And if you're thinking right now, that's the way I usually, well, how can there be any happiness in that? Isn't it all about me being happy? Selfishness. So why I don't see that on Facebook. Yeah. Anyway, just come to YouTube. I don't know. It could be they because of the songs in the beginning, it says sometimes it's not shown in certain countries. So maybe it's on there, but you're just probably in the wrong country. So at least we have YouTube, Yeah, go ahead, read on.
The essential portion, Sandhini potency, is Suddha Sattva. Lord Krishna's existence rests upon it. Krishna's mother, his father, his abode, his house, his bedding, his seats, and so on, are all transformations of Suddha Sattva.
Read that again.
The essential portion of the Sandhini potency is Suddha Sattva. Lord Krishna's existence rests upon
Yeah,
it.
it's like people, you're not alive yet, man, until Krishna, your existence, you don't even really exist because Krishna doesn't exist in you yet. See, and that's the whole problem. When we came into this Maya, we lost that. We lost Krishna's existence and came into this Mayic illusory reality, temporary reality. And we lost the existence of the true eternal nature of Krishna. See, so Krishna's existence depends on this Shuddha Bhakti. That's why you must meet the real devotees who have it, not the fakes out there, man. What good can they do you? See, this is pure devotional service here. The Lord Krishna's existence depends on this Shuddha Bhakti, transformations. See, you'll feel that, wow, the Lord is in me. Otherwise, you'll forget. Especially the beginners, the beginning stage where you come like once in a while or something, you forget sometimes for months or years. You don't come back, you don't see, but wow. And then when you do come back, I've been through a few of those. It's like, wow, I'm alive again. See, Lord Krishna's existence depends on Shuddha Bhakti, man. That means the awakening. I remember I got into a Mayavadi thing once for about 6 months. I was in Goa, and I had this book. Was a Chaitanya Leela book, and I just carried it around. My ex-wife gave it to me. She says, "Oh, keep that book around. Maybe you'll read it sometime." And I did. I just carried it around because it was small. It wasn't a lot of weight, But I didn't read it for about 6 months. I kept watching Eckhart Tolle and thinking, wow, this is really great. This is great. See, but Krishna, the real existence of Krishna, even though I knew it before, I just got away. See, I left it. it didn't exist in me. He was there, he's there but dormant. Therefore, it's like he doesn't even exist. You're unaware of it, right? So what good is that? So I'm in the Mayavadi. I'm getting my existence of through the Mayavadi philosophies. And then one day I pulled out that book. I don't know why. I just pulled it out. I read one verse, and it all came back. Krishna's existence awakened in me. The bhakti awakened. I was like, what the hell have I been doing for 6 months? Like I was asleep. See, it depends on Shuddha Bhakti, and Shuddha Bhakti is not that's why you see Eckhart Tolle couldn't awaken that in me. I said, listened and listened, an hour and a half a day, listening to his things, and I was thinking, wow, that's interesting. Like a lot of people, it's interesting. And then, but didn't awaken. But then I just one verse, because these books, and luckily I had the devotion see, a lot of people, they don't come back from these things. You leave here, you don't often come back for your whole life because you're just really beginners. I had a lot of bhakti when I went through these excursions, and they just, the Lord showed me stuff, and so when I got the book, I read one verse and it was all back. Oh, devotional service. Whoa, where the hell have I been? See, that's how it happened. See, in the beginning, when I got the book, the Bible, I felt the same kind of an awakening with Jesus. And then Prabhupada's book, same kind of thing. It was enough by the books. But with most people, it's not enough because, people speculate and all that stuff. They're not purified. Yeah, go ahead there, read on.
The condition of pure goodness, Suddha Sattva, in which the Supreme Personality of Godhead is revealed without any covering, is called Vasudeva. In that pure state,
See, without any covering. See, this is why I have a problem with the Christians. I got all these coverings. I don't like it. Coverings of some mixed Mayavadi things and mixed wanting to be big healers and important. They want to serve for a motive. There's something there. It's like with Johann. He's got something there, but it's mixed in with stuff. It's
pure.
I don't like. It's not. It's got coverings. It's covered by the
deep. Yeah, not deep.
See, but this is there's no covering, and it's pure, it's beautiful, it's perfect, sublime. See, so it's called pure devotional service. Yeah, go ahead.
In that pure state, the Supreme Godhead, who is beyond the material senses and who is known as Vasudeva, is perceived by my mind. The essence of the Samvit potency is knowledge that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Lord Krishna. All other kinds of knowledge, such as the knowledge of Brahman, are its components. The essence
Components? Is it
components, yeah?
Go ahead, read more. Read that again.
Yeah, okay. The essence of the Samvit potency is knowledge that Supreme Personality of Godhead is Lord Krishna. All other kinds of knowledge, such as the knowledge of Brahman, are his components. It's lower, actually, isn't it?
One more time, that sentence.
The essence of Samvit potency is knowledge that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Lord Krishna. All other kinds of knowledge, such as the knowledge of Brahman, are his components.
Yeah, components. That's great. Yeah. See, yeah, the essence that Lord Krishna is the supreme personality of God, and the components. Oh yeah, there's Brahman. There's the material world. There's Maya. See, this is why devotees, they're not confused in this world because they have this knowledge that comes in parampara system. See, everybody, they don't know why they're here or anything. Um, yeah, I'm going to show something here. I wonder if I can show that now. Actually, let me see here. I saved this one thing here. How would I do that? Yeah, I guess I can do it like this. I'll show you something kind of interesting here. Mhm. Okay, TikTok. Just a little short thing. All right. And I think I even have it on here so we can listen to it this way. Let's see here. Oh boy, I always have trouble finding these things. What about this? Maybe this is it. No. No. Okay. Yep. It didn't work. Yeah. Okay. Read on.
The, es- the essence of the Ladini potency is love of God. The essence of love of God is emotion, bhava, and the ultimate development of emotion is mahabhava. Sri Radha Thakurani is the embodiment of mahabhava. She is the repository of all good qualities and the crest jewel among all the lovely consorts of Lord Krishna. Of these two gopis, Radharani and Chandravali, Srimati Radharani is superior in all respects. She is the embodiment of Mahabhava and she surpasses all in good qualities. Her mind, her senses, and her body are steeped in love for Krishna. She is Krishna's own energy, and she helps him in his pastimes. I
Yeah,
worship
so how can you really help the Lord in his pastimes unless you've got the transcendental potency? You can't really. I mean, that's why religion is not really it, and the saviors have to come here, to bring us into the service of the Lord. Otherwise, this is service in the modes. Even religion, and all of that. It's the real pastime is when you're ready to be delivered, man. Is to delivered and transcend this material universe. It's you could see it's like a ridiculously miserable place. What kind of happiness you get? You go to an I showed you that nice river and all that stuff, but that's so it's just the river. It's here. The river will change its course someday. It's nice. Took a bath in the river, but yeah,
is more beautiful with Krishna in your heart.
yeah. I mean, with Krishna, then you can enjoy these things somewhat, So what?
Hmm.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
I worship Govinda, the primal Lord, who resides in his own realm, Goloka, with Radha, who resembles his own spiritual figure and who embodies the ecstatic potency, Ladini. Their companions are her confidants, who, who embody extensions of her bodily form and who are imbued and permeated with ever blissful, spiritual rasa.
Yeah, with confidants. See,
Yeah,
her confidence. That's the girlfriends.
yeah.
And that's why if you want to be taught in this Gaudiya Vaishnava line, these very deep mysteries, that has to be done by a confidant. Otherwise they're the only ones who really know these things. And yeah, and see, they understand the confidential pastimes of the Lord. Nobody else knows them.
Yeah, you need to be a friend of her to understand it actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this. Glenn says, atheists fighting atheists. That's really basically it. Yeah, they're both atheists. That's amazing.
Yeah, in fact, it's true.
Yeah. I mean, even if you're like a lot of people think that because they're in religion, they believe in God. But when God really comes here in the form of a devotee and devotion, see, if a real devotee is here and they manifest real devotion, real bhakti, pure bhakti, and you're against it, even though you've got a sannyas or robes of a minister or something, you're against that. You're an atheist. You're against God's transcendental manifestation. See, it's all basically, and people don't know that. So many are like that. Yeah, but that's really the essence. Jarasandha was like that. He followed the rules, regulations, and worshiped Vishnu, and he was against Krishna. See, the transcendental manifestation, not the rules and regulation manifestation. Yeah. I think we're going to take a little break now. I just need to do it now. Thank you for coming, everybody, and we'll be seeing you. Any comments or questions? Oh, give us a word there, Lalita. Before.
Yeah, what I want to propagate is your association and hearing from you so that finally that devotion can awake inside of your hearts if you want to have any understanding. Because otherwise you're sitting here. So many devotees are listening to lectures here and there, and they are sitting there just like I was sitting there. You stand up and you go and eat prasadam, and that was it. You will never attain Krishna. You will never arrive there if you don't develop some devotion yourself and be a friend of Srimati Radharani, and so that the Lord starts to trust you and starts to see you as somebody who is trustworthy and share things to you. It's fantastic to discover all those things that he really acts like a person also in with those kundalini person. They all think that God is not a personality, not a person. He has no they think you mean material because they never had any experience. It's all about experience.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's why you offer here. You offer us those experiences. That's glorious.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, this is yeah, we'll go through more of this after too. Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, it's really the essence of why Lord Chaitanya came and what he wants to share with us. Those who are attracted to come here, you're very fortunate because this isn't taught anywhere else. Yeah, that I know of. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
jewel preaching.
Yeah, yeah, it's good. Okay, Hare Krishna, everybody. We'll see you soon.